Coach, I know you're geeked up about the Knicks. We're going to do that after the break. Coach going to spend a little extra time with me today, and we'll get into the Knick trade with the Nets last night. Let's do the draft stuff first, Coach, and we'll start here. We're seeing, again, a lot of smoke, chatter, movement. I had no idea, Coach, honestly, who's going to go in these first 2 or 3 picks tonight. These 2 French kids, Klingon. We've seen a lot of gas now that some teams don't like this Risacher and that he might drop. I don't know what to believe, Coach, but you've been pretty firm that you think he's going to be the first guy tonight.
Well, I got Georgia on my mind, Carver High, and Risacher has been the guy that I've been on for weeks. I just look at his upside, but I look at the fact that Evan Sidery reported a couple of weeks ago that there's a possible chance of moving DeAndre Hunter. So it makes sense to draft Risacher because of his length at 6'9", the ability to defend, the jump shot, yes, has to get a little bit better, but he showed flashes of it this past season. I think this is the pick here. I know that Atlanta has tried to smoke screen it, to saying they may take Sarr. I think that's a chance for maybe Washington maybe trying to come up. But at the end of the day, Carver High, this is going to be one of the wildest drafts in memory because there isn't a Wembanyama, there isn't a Shaq, there isn't a Dwight Howard, there isn't a Patrick Ewing, there isn't this guy that you're going to say, here we go, Hall of Famer, let's go. Folks, Risacher is going to go 1. His comp has been Tobias Harris. Think about that, folks.
Yeah, Coach, when you say that, that is not someone that I have any interest in taking with the first overall pick. I'm sorry. And look, I don't want to bash the kid or anything, but if I was Atlanta and you liked him that much, it almost feels like you could probably trade back and get him. No, Coach? I mean, you don't think maybe you could get him at 3, get him at 4? I mean, it seems like if the trade opportunities are there for them, that they should absolutely entertain them. You have some of the bigger storyline stuff here built into your lion's share picks, so I think we should go with them one by one. First, of course, is Bronny. I feel like, Coach, this is probably going to be more of a tomorrow storyline than tonight because we don't expect him to go tonight in the first round of the draft. Of course, we'll be together tomorrow in studio, coast to coast, during the second round of the NBA draft, and I think that's where we're going to get more of the Bronny gas. But the number's been set at 54.5 right now, Coach, and that's because the Lakers have the 55th pick. What do you got?
I think he goes under 54.5 because something tells me that the Lakers may have to move to go get him. Now, I don't know if it's tonight, unless you see the Lakers pull back. There's also talk that Phoenix is heavily invested in drafting Bronny. So to me, someone takes a chance, and I think they force the Lakers' hand, maybe give up some assets to get the Lakers to move up in the second round. I don't think it's tonight, but Bronny James will go higher than 55th.
I'm with you, Coach, and I was saying this to Gabe before. These second-round picks get thrown around all night long. I mean, by the end of the night, you look, it's changed hands 5, 6, 7 times, some of these picks. So I'm with you. I think a scenario happens where whether they got to go to, the low 40s or the high 30s or something like that, or they'll just acquire another pick just out of chance with some other deal, and then they'll have themselves a chance to get it. Edey's the next guy I want to mention to you because there's been clear movement with him in terms of where he's going to go. The number's 15.5 right now. To think, Coach, a year and a half ago, everyone said he'd barely be a second rounder. And now, whether it's just the work that he's put in or the quality of this draft, I've seen him going as high as 7, Coach, tonight.
Yeah, and I think when you look at a guy like Zach Edey, I love him to go under 15.5. Simply put, I'm willing to bet a little bit of plus money for him to go into the top 10. Why? I think he's connected with Donovan Clingan. I think Portland would love to get Clingan at 7. If they don't get Clingan at 7, maybe there is a pathway there. But don't sleep on a team like Memphis. Memphis may try to trade up to get Clingan, which then puts Portland back in play at 7. I think when you look at Zach Edey, listen, folks, if Jonas Valanciunas can play drop coverage, if Rudy Gobert can play drop coverage, this guy at 7'4" is going to score in the low block and the NBA level. Why, folks? Better spacing, better scores, not a lot of double teams. I love Zach Edey to go under his prop of getting drafted with a sprinkle that he goes in the top 10 tonight.
Yeah, I think that I'm with you. I think there's a chance the back of that top 10 coach, he's going to find his way there. And finish off the lion's share picks with Da Silva for tonight and his number.
I love this kid. I just like his moxie, the way he plays defensively. He's got a real smart feel to the game, Carver High. And I think that makes sense when you look at teams in that 13, 14, 15, 16 range. Like last year, we saw Jaime Jaquez go to the Heat, and we're like, wait, what? And then it made sense. This is another guy that you're going to be like, if Miami takes him, you're going to be like, yeah, that makes sense, especially if a guy like Caleb Martin could get moved because he wants more money. Tristan Da Silva, under 16.5, first round tonight.
I got about a minute and a half here, Coach. Give me something that you think is going to be a little surprising tonight. Is there something that maybe somebody's not going to expect? Is a player not on someone's radar going to go a lot higher? Shepard, things like that. Is there something that kind of sticks out to you that thinks is going to come out of nowhere?
I don't know. Listen, Carver High, this whole night could come out of nowhere, to be honest with you. You can start with Atlanta if Atlanta does something screwy, because here's the thing. When you have a draft without a bona fide like superstar, plug in 20 and 10, all-star games galore coming out, this is when things get a little nutty. So the best thing I'm going to say to you folks is have your phones ready and be ready to beat the market, because I think things are going to move and move quick. You'll see rumors. You'll see a lot of stuff. And the best thing for you to do is at 7:30, have on our draft coverage with myself, Kevin Walsh, and Ben Stevens, and we'll walk you through it. But Carver High, I can tell you 50 surprises. There's still maybe 50 more tonight. Buckle up. It's going to be a lot of fun.